Welcome to my video, and in this video, I'm going to show you and tell you exactly how you can lose weight and keep it off in a very doable manner. So to start off, you have to actually implement these things that I'm going to give you. All right, so you can't just watch this video and expect to lose fat, obviously, but the majority of you guys more than likely are not going to actually implement it. So please, I'm going to give you this information and please use it. Okay, I promise it's going to work. So for Connor, my guy Connor, he lost 40 pounds. Okay, Mindy, she's lost 18 pounds. Emmanuel has lost 17 pounds. Cole has lost, I think, 80 or 90 pounds, but those are just a few. So when these people first came to me, they didn't truly believe that they could knock this weight off. It was hard for them to believe because they just had it on them for so long. And they just struggled with, they would go through phases where they lost a bunch of weight, but then they gained it all right back because they didn't have like a step-by-step plan. But in this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step plan on how you are going to lose weight and just how they have lost weight as well. But something that I want to put on you and I want you to take serious is right after this video, I want you to take action, okay? Because so many people that I've talked to, so many people that I've worked with, they never felt ready. They never felt ready. But in fact, they decided to make the decision to be ready, okay? So you have to decide that you are tired of looking yourself in the mirror, whatever it is, whatever your situation is. Maybe you're tired of looking at yourself in the mirror. Maybe you're just unhealthy. Maybe your significant other isn't happy with you. I don't know. I don't know what your situation is, but you have to take action after this video. And you can't just say, oh, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to put this to the side. No, you have to take action, okay? But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. We're going to start off with exercise, all right? What should you be doing? What exercises? How many days a week should you go to the gym? Should you be doing cardio? I'm going to answer these for you. So, number one, probably the most common question I get. How many days a week should you go into the gym? It depends on how much time you have, but I would do between 2 to 4 days at the very max. All right, 2 days, you can still make progress with that. Also, I would make sure that you're tracking your workouts because when you track your workouts, you're going to know that you're getting stronger. You're going to know what weight to use next time you come in. So let's say I do 50 pounds on leg press today, all right? So I did 50 pounds and I did 10 reps this week. Next week when you come in, you want to do 12 reps, okay? And then slowly increase the weight from there. And when you track your workouts, you're going to know what weight you did. You're going to know what reps you did. So you know that you're getting stronger and to make sure that you're pushing yourself each week. All right, that's very important. You need to make sure that you're not only doing cardio and that you're not only lifting weights, but you're doing a mix between the both. Start off with lifting weights. Okay, lifting weights, yes, it's going to build muscle, but the more muscle that you have on your frame, the more calories that you're going to burn at rest. Okay, so for every 1 pound of muscle that you put on, you're going to burn 50 calories more just at rest. So if you're sitting on the couch, you're binge watching Netflix and you have more muscle on yourself, you're going to be burning more calories, meaning that you're going to be losing more weight and losing it faster by lifting weights. That's a big mistake people do is when they're trying to lose weight, they just do cardio. But you want to make sure you're lifting weights as well. Do cardio after your workouts, okay? And it doesn't have to be anything intense. You don't have to be sweating like gallons of water out. Okay, I promise you don't. If you lift for 30, 40 minutes, do some cardio for 20, 30 minutes, and you're in the gym total for an hour, you're good. All right. And that brings me into my second part because this is the most important part that a lot of people do not want to listen to or don't want to fix is your diet. Your diet is so important. It's literally like 90% of the results that you're going to see in the gym and with weight loss. All right. So once again, just like you're tracking your workouts, you also need to be tracking your diet. All right. MyFitnessPal It's a great app. I highly recommend downloading it. MY Fitness Pal. One word. I would download that. It's going to ask you what your goal is, how much weight you're at, how much you want to get to, etc. It doesn't take long to get set up. It's completely free. I'm not sponsored. It's a great app. I have all of my clients use it. I have every person that I've worked for use it. And every single day of the week, 7 days a week, I want you to track your meals. All right, what you're eating, what you're drinking, whether it's water, whether it's pop, milk, whether you're eating fast food, whether you're eating anything. You need to be tracking what you eat, because if you don't know how many calories that you're intaking, you're not going to know that you're losing weight, because like I said, majority of weight loss is going to come from your diet. That being said, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And MyFitnessPal is really good for knowing that you're in this calorie deficit, because when you give it your weight and your goal, it's going to give you how many calories you should aim for to make sure you're in that calorie deficit. So all you have to do is follow the amount of calories it tells you to get to, and just don't go over that every single day of the week. Another mistake that people make is thinking that your diet has to be perfect and that you have to stop eating fast food and you got to meal prep and you got to do all these things. You don't. You can literally eat the exact same things you're eating right now and still lose weight, but just eating a little bit less than you normally do. Now, I don't recommend eating fast food. Like, let's say you eat fast food 3 days a week right now. Okay. And obviously, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but just drop it down to 2 days. Instead of eating out 3 days a week, just do 2. But just slowly decrease the bad food that you're eating and replace it with better food. It's simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Don't do it too fast. A lot of people really like to suddenly just cut out fast food or suddenly cut out sugar. But that's really hard to do, if we're being honest. Like, very hard to do. Even I couldn't do that. I mean, I used to eat fast food all the time, years ago. Fast food, candy, I mean, that was my diet. If I'm being real, like, that used to be my diet. And it didn't happen overnight that I suddenly started eating healthier. All right, it's a slow process. You have to slowly remove these things from your habits, from your day-to-day life, from your diet, okay? So do not rush the process. That's another thing. Do not rush the process. I know I'm giving you guys a lot right now. So we're going to go to the last thing. Number 3, supplements, and recovery in general. So you don't need supplements. All right. You don't need protein shakes. You don't need any of this. If you're taking care of your diet, you're going to the gym 2 to 4 days a week, you're tracking your workouts, you're tracking what you're eating and drinking on MyFitnessPal, you're good. You don't need any supplements. Okay. Especially if you're a beginner, I wouldn't even worry about it. Or protein shakes. I won't even worry about that. Now, recovery. This is something a lot of people just miss out on. They go to the gym 6 days a week, 7 days a week, and they don't recover properly. Our muscles, we're not machines. See, machines, they can go constantly. We're not machines. It doesn't matter what we eat, what we do. We're not machines, okay? Do not overdo yourself. Like I said, just stick to 2 to 4 days a week in the gym and you're good. And the last thing is making sure you're getting plenty of sleep. I'd say between anywhere from like 7 to 9 hours is good. Now, I know it sounds super simple between really these 3 things: tracking your workouts, tracking your diet every single day, and making sure you're recovering and getting sleep. If you follow these three things every single day for weeks, okay, not just weeks, but months. If you follow this for months, I promise you, you will lose weight. All of my clients that I showed you at the beginning of this video, we didn't rush the process. It didn't take days. All right, I'll say this again. It did not take days. It didn't take weeks. It took months. All right, so this is going to be a process, and you're going to have to stick to it. It's going to require a lot of discipline, but I promise you, In the end, it will be worth it. You're going to look yourself in the mirror. You're going to be proud of what you see after months of hard work. You're going to have more energy. You're not going to have all that blub on you. You're going to feel so much better, and it's going to be so worth it, even though it might not seem like it in the moment. That leads me to my last thing, is you're not going to be motivated every single day. Okay? Like I said, stick to this process for months, and it will pay off. Simple. That was my last thing. If you want to work with me one-on-one and you want me to create you a personalized program and have 24/7 access to me with questions, comments, concerns, whatever, there's a link in the top of the description. But other than that, go check me out on Instagram. I provide plenty of value on there. And then if you guys have any other questions, drop them in the comments. I will answer them. I'm trying to help as many people as possible this year. That's one of my goals, is simply just to help people. All right, it sounds simple, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this and got something out of it. And please, if you have to, rewatch the video, take notes, and please take action. Peace out.